Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Melody, and in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out, or we're going to be focusing on rather, what should your career niche job be? So we're at the beginning of Virgo season, so I thought that I was going to experiment a little bit with my pick a card readings and focus them more solely on what season that we're in. So since we're in Virgo season, and Virgo is like a sign of like, it's ruled by Mercury, so it's more communicative than a lot of other signs, but we're focusing more on like work, organization, and hobbies, and the relationships that happen in the workplace, and relationship with health, because we've all heard about Virgos and their stomach aches and everything. So I wanted to focus on more doing a pick a card reading that relates more to the season that we're in. So going forward, that's how my pick a card readings are going to be based on, is what season we're in. And then on the last week, that is like, adjacent to the next season or whatever, I will have a what can you expect for the upcoming season. So at the end of Virgo season, our last week of Virgo season, I'll have what can you expect for Libra season. So yeah, I'm just going to experiment with that for a little bit and see how I like it. I'm kind of excited about doing it that way. So we have 3 piles here. We have pile 1, which is this pyrite stone. We have pile 2, which is this malachite stone. And then we have pile 3, which is this sodalite stone. I actually totally forgot that I had this sodalite stone, and in the process of me moving back to my mom's house temporarily, I found the stone and was like, oh my god, I completely forgot that I bought a sodalite stone. I bought it and then I kind of like hid it away from myself, because at the time my friend had bought sodalite and was like telling me about how like intense the experience of owning sodalite had been. Just like her intuition was like skyrocketing, and it was kind of like scaring her and she couldn't handle it. And I was like, wow, let me put this thing away. And then now that I've found it, I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to have found it again. Maybe we're supposed to connect now. But sorry, that's just a little backstory to the sodalite. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit to focus on the energies of the stones. As you can see, I have all the decks that I'm going to be using in this reading sitting out, because I am going to shuffle for each pile. I don't have any of the cards pre-shuffled today. Just wanted to, change it up a little bit. And then also, while you guys focus on the stones and pick your reading, and if you'd like to just go ahead and fast forward this, you can and go to your pile. But I do have some news. I'm adding t-shirts and hoodies to my Etsy shop. So as you guys all should know, the link to my Etsy shop is always in the description of each reading. And that link takes you to my Etsy shop, of course, and you can purchase a personalized reading there. I have written readings, I have a video reading, and then I also have a recording that I can do for a year ahead reading. So in the year ahead reading, I go month by month for the whole 12-month basis. So for example, if you purchased the reading in September 2021, I would go month from that September of 2021 to the following September in 2022. So I go month by month, and I pull 1 card from each of my decks, and we do a reading for each month up to, September 2022, for example. I did it for myself and it worked really freaking well. Let me tell you that. I did that for myself at the beginning of this year, and I haven't been wrong. I haven't been wrong, y'all, about what's happened in the month. I may have maybe what I said was, happened a little bit differently than what I thought when I did the reading, but it's the same situational basis thing that still happened, if that makes sense. So, yeah, and each month that I read, you guys, you should know, I get more intuitive, and it becomes an easier practice. I mean, tarot reading is a practice, so you can never not improve. And I did that year ahead reading before I started doing pick a card readings every week or every other week, and sometimes every other month. And I just know my skills have improved even more since when I did that reading for myself. So if you're interested in that, that's on my Etsy shop. And as I was saying, I was adding t-shirts and hoodies, or I am adding t-shirts and hoodies to my shop. So my plan is to do a t-shirt inspired design, or a design for a t-shirt inspired by each card of the tarot deck. So going through the whole major arcana, going through the whole minor arcana. And right now I have a 3 of Swords shirt on my Etsy shop, and I have a 4 of Swords shirt on my Etsy shop. I really love the design for the 3 of Swords shirt, and I will insert a video of my Etsy shop. I'll go ahead and insert it now. I was thinking about doing it at the end of the reading because I didn't want to bother you guys, but if you don't want to listen to this, you can just go ahead and skip ahead to the file. It's in the timestamps in the description or in the comments. But yeah, so I'll insert the video now. So as you guys can see, this is my Etsy shop. It's Tarot by Melody. And I recently added in all these different shirt styles that you can purchase. We have a cropped hoodie that says "I'll break your heart" with the 3 of Swords on the back. We have a moon phases shirt that says "phase out" in the middle. Comes in multiple different colors and is unisex. These are just some of the shirts that I have on my Etsy shop now. And then, of course, you can purchase tarot readings there. So you can see. So yeah, I really like the design that I did for the 3 of Swords. You know, it says "I'll break your heart" on the front, and then it has the 3 of Swords on the back. And I just think it's super cute. I'll be purchasing one for myself as soon as possible. But right now, my finances are focused on other things. But yeah, as soon as I purchase one, you guys, I'll showcase it. I'll wear it for a reading and show myself. And also, in other news, I'm also making separate social media accounts for my YouTube page. I did just have my personalized Instagram that I used to link below in the description, but now I am having a separate Instagram account, so I will link that as well in the description. On there you'll be able to see all the shirts that I have on my Etsy page, and you'll also be able to see some quotes and other things that I feel inspired to post on there. Let's see, what other news do I have? Yeah, I think that sums it up. So again, 3 piles: pyrite, malachite, and sodalite, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi Pyrite, thank you so much for joining me here today for your reading. We are focusing on the topic of what should your career be. So let me get a sip of water real quick. Alright, so we're going to start with the oracle cards. And let me move these decks to the side. Thank you so much, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, for joining me here today in this reading and helping me focus on the energy of Pyrite here and figuring out what their niche career should be. please help me to channel these messages as clearly, concisely, and as easily as possible. Thank you guys. All right. What should pyrites, what should pyrites, sorry guys, I'm blanking. My ADHD. Anyway, what should pyrites' career be? Pick another one. Not to pick another one, but pull another card. Alright, please. What should their career be? Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time, and if 2 cards comes out again, then we'll just take the 2 cards. Apparently, they want you guys to have a pretty deeper message than what I was originally intending. And I'm about to just, there we go. Okay, so we have what lights you up inside and play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So it's really important, you guys, your spirit guides are communicating to my guides that it's important that whatever your career or niche be, it be something that you are excited to pursue, something that brings you joy and happiness. It shouldn't be something that you feel like you would have to do or something that just brings you money. I often believe, especially since we have the pyrite stone here, that whatever it is that you pursue career-wise should be something that lights you up. I wholeheartedly believe that, because I feel like if it's something that genuinely brings you joy or something that inspires you to do, or something that like you feel so fully like lit up, like literally lit up about doing, then the abundance is going to come from that anyway. Like, for one, you'll always have enough to have a roof over your head. You'll always have enough to have food in your belly. Like, you know, the universe, God, the creator, wouldn't let you go without the enough to sustain you, for one. And for two, you'll have abundance and other forms than money. You'll have abundance of people there around you. I genuinely feel like a good team to support you as you continue on your mission of what lights you up. And abundance of support spiritually and physically in the physical realm of people around you, and abundance in other forms. Basically, I don't know why people, though, that seems like to be the biggest thing that keeps coming through, is the career that lights you up inside is going to bring you around the right people. I think that you've been feeling lonely or feeling out of place for a long time, and that really has to do with what you pursue and the places and circles that you put yourself in. If you're putting yourself in places that you don't align with, because if you don't align with something, it's not going to light you up inside. You're not going to feel that genuine excitement every time that, you know, you wake up to go do what you want to do. You're not going to be in alignment with what you're doing, and then you're not going to be in alignment with the people that are around you, and it's going to start to feel like a clash at some point. So when you're doing or pursuing something that's not actually, you know, in alignment with your spirit or your soul wants to do, you're going to find yourself you know, feeling alone in a crowded room. And I must say, though, that on the journey to finding the career or the niche that lights you up inside, there will be periods of loneliness or isolation as you're leveled up into the career that you're supposed to be in. Because I just want to give that warning. I'm not saying that as soon as you pick the career or the niche that lights you up inside, you're not gonna like immediately the next day meet the right type of people or have the right support, but it'll come. That's the bonus that comes with doing the career that you're meant to do, or having the niche that you're meant to do. So I say all that to say, specifically for this pile, you know, or you'll figure out what your hobby or niche or career is. And it's something that's specific to you as an individual. It's whatever lights you up inside. And then with the play card here, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I feel like this is a job where you're going to have the room to have that inner child healing that's needed. It's not going to be a very serious career where you feel like very bogged down by, honestly, like by capitalism or by the man. Like, I genuinely feel like you'll have the space to play, to, you know, also have breaks when you need to have breaks outside of even having career, because, you know, in an ideal world, booked and busy isn't, you know, something that should be mandatory for everyone. It should be like booked with enough room to rest and vacation and still have time to focus on what you want to do. So this career that lights you up, it's going to be something that excites you, something that you feel lit up to go to every day or to do, but you'll also have room to have fun and celebrate and take time off, because your whole world isn't going to be your career. It's going to be other things. It's going to be your family. It's going to be your friends. It's going to be that support team around you. It's going to be traveling and seeing the world, or, you know, just doing whatever it is outside of what lights you up. The other things that light you up outside of this career that lights you up. And also on the journey to this career and to building your niche, it's also important that you're, again, not so serious, that you have fun and celebrate, and don't have this career as your main goal in life. It's also important that you build relationships outside of this work. Important that you build, you know, self-care habits that, like, again, that light you up. So yeah, taking care of yourself outside of this career is important as well. Let's see if anything else comes through. I just really like the energy of both these cards because they're so similar with the colors and the light patterns that we have here. And then also, like, we have water in both of these. And then we also have this cup here that the, you know, girl is in. It's kind of giving me like Ace of Cups. Like, filling your own cup is so important while you're on this journey, this play. Filling your own cup and making sure, again, that you have fun and celebrate the moments that, oh my goodness, that's another thing. Celebrate the moments that push you forward in this niche, in this career. We can get so focused on the end goal or focused on goals in general that when we do succeed or when we do, like, complete a goal, we can, you know, not focus on it or not celebrate it. And that's, you know, not good. You should focus, or you should celebrate your wins, because that attitude of gratitude, it goes a long way. So that's important as well on this journey. I also feel like spending time by water is going to be good for you on your journey through your career. Excuse me. Spending time by water, staying hydrated. But I think water is another form of self-care for a lot of you guys. You know, taking baths, spending time in the pool, spending time just by water if you can't swim. It'll be very healing for you on this journey. All right, so let's see what else we can get. What career should Pyrite have? What career should Pyrite have? Okay. Don't let the past hold you back. So think for a lot of you guys, it's important that you, especially if you're into astrology, because this is the South Node card, make sure that you stay in your North Node energy. If you don't know about astrology, when you have your natal chart, a part of your natal chart is the South Node and the North Node. And the South Node is always going to be the opposite sign of your North Node. For example, my North Node is Virgo, and my South Node is Pisces. So when it says don't let your past hold you back, the energy of your South Node, the Pisces, is supposed to be like what you pursued or what happened, or what the main theme of that you were focusing on was in your past life, in the, you know, most recent past life that you had. And it can be a comfort area for you as you navigate this current life, is to fall back into that South Node energy. So it's important that you focus on your North Node, or the direction that you're supposed to be heading in, your true north in this life, which would for me be my Virgo in the 9th house, my Virgo North Node in the 9th house. So don't let your past hold you back. And this doesn't just have to be like your South Node energy, but your comfort areas, the things that you know you need to break out of, your comfort areas that you know that you need to break out of to push you forward into whatever it is that you want to do. And that comfort area could literally be pursuing a career that you know is you don't want to actually do, but you know is going to bring you income. So you're focused on doing something that you don't want to do because you're more focused on material things or the money or whatever it is. That could be a comfort zone for you. It could be like, your comfort zone could be staying in your hometown even though you know that you're not growing there anymore, and that it should be, you should move forward. I mean, I think whatever it is that's holding you back, you already know what it is. It's not something that I have to say in this reading for you to be like, oh, that confirms it. Like, you know what it is, and you know that you need to let go of it to push you forward into pursuing what it is that actually lights you up. But you're scared, and you can't be fearful when it comes to pursuing what actually lights you up. Fear should be something that you push through. That should be the excitement of having fear for you. It should be, I'm afraid of this, so I know that's what's for me. Fear should be that confirmation. When you're afraid to let go of something, you know you should let go of it. There shouldn't be fear around letting go of a person or a career that you know that you're not in alignment with anymore, or that's not serving you. You know, it should be, okay, this season has ended and it's time for my next chapter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot cards and see what your career or niche should be. So far, as what careers that I'm getting, I think, again, it's very specific for people. I think for some of you guys, your career could be in spirituality as some sort of counselor or advisor. Luna, please don't play with that thing right now. I'm doing a reading. Your career could have to do with water or being near water. Or with the play card, your career could have to do with being a teacher, something with children, maybe like a daycare teacher or tutoring or just working with kids. Or your career could have to do with traveling. Okay. What career, please stop. I'm about to put that thing up if you can't stop. Anyway, what career should Pyrite focus on? What career should Pyrite focus on? I'm going to make sure these cards look good in a second. Okay, I'm not taking multiple cards when they come out. What career should Pyrite focus on, please? Kind of like that though. Just do something like that. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Cups reversed, the Magician reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like this journey for you guys is really more of a mental based journey than anything else, in terms of it's really going to be like the journey to your ultimate like career success, family life success, and financial success with the Ten of Pentacles here, is you really breaking away from the crowd and focusing on yourself with the Queen of Cups. And you know, that crowd is different for everyone. It could be just societal expectations, it could be your family expectations, it could be what you think, you know, you have to do to survive in this economy. It could be like you're literally your own expectations. But focusing on yourself and your energy and filling your own cup with the Queen of Cups here, that's what's going to lead you to this Ten of Pentacles here. A lot of self-care is going to be involved in this journey because the Nine of Cups is reversed, the Magician is reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. And so there's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows as you journey towards this Ten of Pentacles moment here. But the most important thing is that this is on the table. Financial success, family, you know, contentment, security, it's there for you guys. But again, it's about pulling away from the crowd, focusing on yourself, and keeping your energy to yourself with the Queen of Cups. Self-care is so important here because it's like you really have to build this mentality to get there. With the Nine of Cups being reversed here, I feel like, you know, and it's an energy of really having, again, to like break away from the crowd in order to get to the crowd that you're supposed to be with. Because like I said, when we were reading your oracle cards, I see like a team of support, you know, coming in. Like that's gonna happen, but a lot of it getting there is gonna be you know, some periods of isolation, some alone time. But yeah, there's these expectations that you had for yourself of thinking what your life was going to look like, or thinking what your career was going to look like. But that's going to fall away because you realize at some point, whether it's now or earlier before this video or in the future, that it's not actually bringing you happiness. It's actually not bringing you the contentment and satisfaction that you thought it was bringing you in. And so it's going to take some time for you to meditate and realize, you know, what exactly does light you up? What exactly are you excited about to pursue? And then with the Magician reversed here, I feel like you don't have all the tools or all the knowledge to bring you to where you're going to be. And so there's a period of learning with the Eight of Pentacles, or figuring out what your learning style is to get there. But yeah, there's work involved and learning. I feel like the thing that you're going to have to learn the most is to trust yourself, to trust your spiritual team, to trust where the universe is pushing you and guiding you to. Because I think that's the biggest issue here, is that there's a lack of faith in what you can actually do or where you can actually go. There's a lot of like limiting beliefs with the Magician being reversed here. And in order to get to this 10 of Pentacles, you have to, again, focus on what lights you up. I think, again, spending time in self-care and isolation as you realize, you know, what's working for you and what's not working for you. Letting go of the past, and also not being so serious about this journey. That's going to be the hardest thing for you, is because, again, it's like a mental battle of you fighting whatever expectations that have been holding you back, and still having to have that balance of like going through this kind of like internal war, but also having to have fun and not be so serious about it. That balance is going to be necessary, because if you stay on one side or the other, you're going to want to quit. If you're having too much fun, you're not focusing on the journey and you're not going to see a lot of movement. But if you're not doing the reflection and the inner work and realizing and releasing those limiting beliefs, then you're also not going to see any movement. So it's going to be a real balance that's going to need to happen here to see this 9 of Cups, you know, become upright, this Magician become upright, and the 8 of Pentacles become upright. It sounds harder than it is, but at the same time, it also sounds easier than it is, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, I've had moments of that as well on my journey, and ignoring shadow work and not doing the inner work, and then getting really frustrated with myself and with my spiritual team. And, you know, I mean, I've gone through several months of that during this past year. But usually, if you're willing, you always get back into like a centered energy. Because like I said, you have a huge spiritual support team around you. And so I genuinely feel like this part of what lights you up, and also having fun and not letting your past hold you back, the South Node card showing up here, like this is something that's like meant to happen anyway. And it's really like on kind of like your timeline of whether you're willing to commit to this journey or not. You know, the longer that you hold back or let your past hold you back and hold on to things, the longer it'll take you to get to this place of like true fulfillment, true contentment. And I feel like for some of you guys with the Queen of Cups showing up here in the reading, your career could have to do with you and your beauty and like your face. I mean, that's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but some of you guys are may pursue modeling or something that has to do with beauty. So like makeup, or, you know, like being an MUA or an esthetician of some sort. Something to do with beauty, I could see with the Queen of Cups showing up here at first in the reading. And maybe you felt like that wasn't going to make you enough income, or, you know, you had to pursue another career first and not only have that as a hobby. But if that's what lights you up inside and that's what you love to do, then that should be your focus. And it shouldn't be on capitalistic security, if that makes sense. Because like this whole economy is going topsy-turvy. And yeah, it's important to be financially secure, but there also needs to be that trust in doing what you love and building what you love. You know, that self-care and that aspect of building what you love. So I'm going to pull some more cards here. We'll get some clarification. All right, clarify the Queen of Cups, please. Reversed. Clarify the 9 of Cups, please. Clarify the 9 of Cups reversed, please. Okay. Clarify the Magician reversed, please. clarify the Eight of Pentacles reverse, please. And clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, so yeah. Wow, this is really great energy here. So with the Hierophant reverse clarifying the Queen of Cups, that's literally confirming that, again, breaking away from the crowd or of expectations, because the Hierophant reverse is like rebel energy, or you know, breaking away from traditions and not following traditions anymore. So there's some sort of traditions in that you feel like you have to conform to that you're not supposed to conform to. You're supposed to break these bounds, break these generational curses, like whatever they may be, and be the black sheep of sorts, so that you can start new generation, or a generation without this sort of trauma that your family or society or whatever it is has been holding on to. So the Hierophant reverse, Queen of Cups energy, break away from the crowd, break away from tradition. That's so important here. And then with the Nine of Cups being reversed, clarified by the Lovers, I feel like a love of life is so important here on this journey. And again, having a love for whatever it is that brings you contentment, because again, the contentment that you originally desired isn't what you're supposed to be desiring. The situation that you're in is not actually lighting you up, or the situation that you thought was bringing you contentment wasn't actually lighting you up. And it also wasn't going to bring you to the it wasn't going to bring you the true fulfillment that you seek. I really feel like this Lover's card here is that mesh of your duality inside of you, that masculine energy that's inside of everyone, and that feminine energy that's inside of everyone, that true mesh, that true inner balance. You know, whether you conform to that whole masculine or divine masculine, divine feminine ideal that some people have, that there needs to be that energetic balance. Regardless, there has to be an energetic balance inside of you. It's not, you know, too healthy to lean on one side or the other. It's really great, rather, to have that energetic balance. And so, breaking away from the crowd and not conforming anymore is going to bring you that inner balance here with the Lovers. Because, you know, the Lovers often is that representing of Gemini energy. And Geminis have the duality of the twins inside of them. So that balance is necessary. Even if you don't, again, conform to the whole divine feminine, divine masculine, there's that balance that needs to be happening between your self and your shadow self, or yourself and your ego, or yourself and your higher self and your ego, or your higher self and your shadow self. There needs to be that balance to where you guys work together instead of trying to oppose each other. And again, I genuinely feel like pursuing things that you didn't, you know, originally think or thought that you could pursue is going to bring you to true happiness and true love. Whether you're already with someone that you genuinely feel is your life partner or not, you're going to be meeting more love as you go through this journey. Again, meeting people that you're supposed to be around, meeting friends, co-workers. If you're single, an actual true love is going to happen while you pursue this path that is, again, non-traditional. Luna, please get down. Get down. Okay, and then we have the Page of Wands reversed, clarifying the Magician reversed. Y'all, I'm not even gonna crap. I'm gonna read from the book for this one just to see, because I need a little bit of guidance on this Page of Wands reversed right now. There's nothing wrong with referring to the guidebook sometimes. Never feel bad about it. So this is what it says from the book, Page of Wands reversed. You can feel the stirrings of something emerging within you, but you don't know how to turn it into action. You may be on an intense spiritual path, preferring to keep this journey private, personal, and intimate. Wow. So I'm glad that I literally read the book, because that is so on par with what I've been saying for this whole reading. And I think I was called to read the book for that reason. So literally, yeah, the Page of Wands clarifying the Magician reverse. I'm pretty sure that's what I said, is that you generally feel like you don't have the tools, but the tools are inside of you, and it's releasing limiting beliefs as you go through this this journey. And the limiting beliefs could be the fact that you feel like you've been feeling this way about how, what you're currently, the path that you're currently on, or you might be on, you feel like is not actually the right path for you, but society or whatever expectations have forced you to pursue this path, knowing that is not what you want to do. But you feel this stirring of something new inside of you, this beginning or challenging beginning of, am I really ready to break down these walls and pursue something different and break away from the crowd here? And do actually, have the energy or the motivation to take those steps, to take the action. But yeah, little action is going to happen. And again, literally, I didn't want to get to this yet, but we have the Five of Swords reversed, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. And I kind of want to read from the book for this one too, but I have a basis idea of what I want to say about it first. Again, it's literally a lot of inner conflict. The Five of Swords is either representing conflict within yourself, or intense conflict in yourself, or intense conflict in your surroundings. And I feel like you've experienced both. You want to be in harmony with where you're at currently, or the society or the town or place or whatever you're in. You want to be in harmony with that job or with that school, but you know that you're not in harmony with it. And therefore you're feeling an inner imbalance rather, within yourself because of this. So yeah, with the book saying, with the Page of Wands reversed, you may be on an intense spiritual path, preferring to keep this journey private, personal, and intimate. So yeah, you may feel like you have to keep how you're feeling away from your family, or because you don't want to disappoint anybody. But again, breaking away from other people's expectations is going to be the starter point for this. Because once you release other people's expectations, it'll start becoming easier to continue to break away and to start releasing whatever beliefs that you've been having that have kept you from pursuing this in the past. And the Five of Swords reversed. After a period of conflict, you're ready for change. Apologize, ask for forgiveness, and make amends. Yeah, I don't really feel like that's where I'm going with in this reading. What I said before was more in alignment with it. It's an internal fight that you've been feeling, and I think that with it clarifying the Eight of Pentacles reversed, that internal fight is, am I ready to give up on what I've been working hard on so far and to turn around and start learning something new? Or am I going to keep pursuing what I know doesn't light me up inside? I think you've already really made the choice. If you felt inspired to watch this reading, you know like what your career is, or what idea that you have of a career isn't actually what you want. And then the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. Like, that's such a beautiful thing to see, because the Wheel of Fortune, that is energy of, reward and of abundance coming in, and turning of a page. And this Ten of Pentacles that you're reaching is going to be, you're going to be in a completely different place when you reach this, at the end of this, this journey. When you reach this, you'll be in a completely different place than where you are right now. And so there's light at the end of the tunnel, basically. Like, the first step is you breaking away from tradition to make your own tradition here with the Wheel of Fortune, and to start a new season, start a new chapter, start a solo journey, a solo season, or like, you know, a branch off, a spin-off of the first show that you were on. It's time to make it about you, Pyrite, because there's so much fortune and abundance to be met at the end of this. And okay, now I was going to say, I know there is another deck that I wanted to read from real quick before we end the reading, and that is the Angel's Answers. I want to make sure y'all can still see everything. Perfect. Alright. What career or niche should Pyrite pursue? I thought something turned over, but okay. We'll pull. There we go. So we have the no with an exclamation mark here. And I'm just looking at the card real quick. There's so many angels in this picture. And then this, you know, human. And it's like, so much divine protection around you that I genuinely feel like, again, it's more of like how this timeline of where you get to the Ten of Pentacles really does rely on you, and you being as in that energy of flow as much as possible, because the more you resist, the longer it's going to take. But like, you're going to get there, because the team that you have around you is so protective of you, and they want you to have free will, but they're also like, we're not going to let you stay on this path forever. Like, we're going to keep redirecting you, even if it's in small amounts. Like, you can make the whole redirect now, or you can take the long way. We can do this easy way or the hard way, is like basically it. But yeah, with the no with the exclamation mark here, yeah, whatever it is that you know is holding you back, it's like, no, like, don't pursue that. That's not what you're supposed to do. And then we have reconsider, like, please reconsider the path that you're on. And with this, especially with this Page of Wands reversed card here, we have be assertive. When you decide that you're going to break away from the crowd, break away from tradition, be assertive about it. Don't let anybody pull you back in. Let them know, like, set boundaries. Let them know, like, no, this is it. I'm done. This is what I want to do with my life, and I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm ready to move on, start a new chapter. And, you know, you just really have to have that strong backbone. Don't let nobody sway you, okay? All right, pile 1, Pyrite, that is your reading. I hope that this reading assisted you the way that you needed to be assisted before you clicked on this video. And yeah, if you are interested in checking out my Etsy shop to see any of the t-shirts that I'm selling there, please check out the description box. The link will be there. Also, if you want to purchase a tarot reading, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description box again, because you can purchase personal readings there. Let's see what else I want to say. I don't know. Just have a great day, night, or evening. And if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And yeah, I will see you later. Bye. Hi Malachite, thank you so much for joining me today. We are doing a pick a card reading on what your career or niche should be. So we're going to start with the Oracle cards first, and I'm going to shuffle them and let the cards fly out. That's my favorite way of picking cards. All right. It's clearing the way the energy from pile 1. All right, Malachite, please. Malachite, please. All right. What career / niche should pile 2 Malachite pursue? All right. So we have Men Talkin' and Pillar of Light. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So, Men Talkin'. Whatever career it is that you pursue, it's going to be something that you have longed for. And you might still not know what it is exactly that you want to pursue, and that's why you're here for advice, because you literally have no idea, like, whatever it is. And I'm going to say that this journey onto finding what it is that you want to pursue it's going to be an actual journey, because there's a lot more learning that you have to go through to get there. But the longing for home, I genuinely feel like, you felt out of place on a lot of places in your life. And so you're really looking for a career that you feel inspired to do, that you genuinely feel like when you go or you show up to work, you're like, yes, the people that work here, like, I feel like I'm actually a part of a team. I might not get along with everyone, but I feel like I'm a part of a team. We're all doing the same thing, or we all have a journey to the same purpose, and I feel like I belong here. Like, this is the career that I'm supposed to do. Like, I genuinely feel happy to be here. And also, your career, whatever you do, it has a purpose that is going to inspire other people. So you could be in the public eye, or you could just be, oh my goodness, I always forget the word. I always forget the word, but like, whatever you do, it serves people. So, and your inspiration, or you're a charitable person, or you work for a nonprofit or something like that. But the original light workers here, like, your purpose, the career that you have is going to benefit people, inspire people, uplift people in some way. And that's your purpose here in general, is to be a light worker, is to uplift people. And then with the Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. I genuinely feel like whatever you're going through right now in this moment as you're watching this reading is a transformational or transitional shift. So you're either just had a transformation and now you're in the period of transitioning into the next level, the next moment of alignment, because the transformed self that you are now is not in alignment with whatever season you're in right now. So you're entering a shift, you're shifting. So you're going through that right now as you're watching this reading, and I could feel that you feel really lost because of that, because of the transition or transformation that you're going through. You either don't resonate with your surroundings anymore, you don't resonate with old parts of yourself, and there can be moments of sadness, of grief, as you grieve the old version of yourself that just transformed. Or if you've just gone through that transformation already and you've already gone through the grief and the sadness, you're in this moment of still not resonating with what's around you, but also feeling really lost and confused because A, you're still finding out these new parts of yourself that have transformed, and B, you don't know what the F is going on. I always feel that way during a transitional period. I don't know what's happening. And when I'm such a person of control, like I have to have control, that when I don't know what's happening, like I will force things to happen that my spirit team is like, why do you do that? Like, you don't see how you act? Like, why do you act like that? That's why. Sorry. Anyway, back on brand of you, not myself. So yeah, with it also saying you are the Oracle, I definitely feel like you're a spiritual being, and you're an intelligent spiritual being. So you practice some form of divination or some other aspect of spirituality or metaphysicalness, metaphysical, what I say for that? Metaphysicality? I don't know. You practice something in the metaphysical realm, and you are way more intuitive and connected than you even know. So you might know that you're an intuitive, empathic person, but you're even more intuitive than you know. And so I genuinely feel like you're here in this period of still finding out your gifts as you go through this career journey. So yeah, there's parts of this that are like, whatever career that you're choosing or decide to do, it'll continue to uncover itself as you go through this journey. And you know, you might already have an idea of what you want to do, but you're still kind of lost on how to get there. And so there's still parts of yourself that are uncovering itself, and you're still feeling lost because of that. And yeah, there's like lots of different sides to this coin. But I feel like either way, it's all very similar of you guys are meant to have a career where people are inspired or benefited by your light energy and your intuitiveness, because you are here to help heal, to inspire people to heal, to inspire people to evolve, and to, you know, ascend more into their light energy. So, very beautiful energy, pile 2. And Malachite is like heart chakra energy, so lots of love. And if you feel not tuned into your heart chakra, that could be a huge block in this journey that you need to assess so that you can continue to move forward. Okay, pile 2, please. What career or niche should pile 2 pursue? Just very quickly. All your cards are coming out quickly. I love that, because pile 1, I had to pull some teeth. Okay, so we have emotions are running high, super moon. So yeah, I don't know. You might have some sort of energy in your chart where you're very affected by the moon and the moon changing. I saw this tweet the other day where it's like, you should document how you feel under each moon transit, like every time the moon switches to a different sign, so that you have a more of an emotional connection to the moon, and you realize, okay, the moon is in this sign, this is how I've been feeling when it happens to this, so that you can also kind of get more on top of your emotions. So yeah, emotions are running high for you though right now, and that's really affecting, again, the journey that you're on, because I genuinely feel like you've gone through this transition, you've gone through a transformation, your vibration is rising, and again, you're feeling a little lost, longing for home, not really knowing what direction you're going in, but knowing that you're going somewhere important, somewhere that you're going to feel like, this is where I'm meant to be, where I belong. And so emotions are running high because of that, because in these moments of feeling lost, or in these moments of transformation, you can get really frustrated or feel kind of stuck in some places or stagnant, because there's always that time in the transition where things feel stagnant, because you have that energetic feeling of things are changing, but it's not happening at the pace that you would like it to, or it can be happening too fast, where something, you know, is affecting your emotions within this transformation, this transition, and also this longing for home. And so it's kind of like where you're at this point where, like, I want this to happen now, like I need movement now, like I need to fast forward through this to get to this point of where I feel like I belong, I feel like I'm at home, because I'm so frustrated here, I don't want to be here anymore, and this current energy of emotions are running high. So that could be the emotions, or it could just be something else that's been affecting you emotionally recently, you know, relationships of all kinds, coworkers, family, lover, friends, emotions of just feeling out of place again, and where you are, and just wanting to escape where you're at now in a workplace, in a home place, in a town. So something is affecting your emotions, and that needs to, again, be assessed while you're on this journey. Heart chakra work, and also I feel throat chakra you know, speak up about how you're feeling, because there are people around you that want to support you. And then you do have a spiritual team around you as well that are there to assist you and to help you. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Now, I think I fed my cat twice because I didn't go to sleep this morning. Like, I tossed and turned all morning. I think it was a shift from the moon being in Pisces to moon being in Aries. But yeah, I couldn't sleep, and I didn't hear my cat's feeder going off. Like, she just got fed just now, but I didn't hear her feeder going off at 5. And I was waiting on that because sometimes that's my signal when I've been awake for a long time. I'm like, where's my cat's feeder? Like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I need to really try to push myself to go to sleep. And I didn't hear it go off. So I like got up and I was like, oh my God, it's way past 5. Like, it was 45 minutes past 5. And I was like, well, I don't know if you got fed or not. Like, I could have just been in my own little world. Like, because I'm a maladaptive daydreamer. Like, I'm a quote unquote maladaptive person. So like, I use maladaptive daydreams to go to sleep, but it's not maladaptive daydreaming, it's manifesting. Okay, so I use manifestation techniques or tools to go to sleep a lot sometimes. So creating, you know, stories of the future in my head, or like an idea of how I want things to happen in my head, which is manifestation, not maladaptive daydreaming, but whatever. So I could have just been in my own world and didn't hear her feeder go off, but either way, she might have gotten fed twice because it just went off now. Because I was like, if it doesn't go off for dinner, then it really didn't go off this morning, but it just went off now. So I'm like, dang, she probably got fed more than she was supposed to, but that is what it is. I'm gonna shuffle this one more time and then we'll go ahead and pull the cards. Okay. Pile 2, please. What career should pile 2 pursue? We have the Page of Wands, Page of Swords reversed, Tower reversed, and we'll take these last 2 cards. The Emperor reversed and the High Priestess. So I definitely feel like whatever career that you pursue is going to be something that's outside of the normal realm. It's not something that everyone gets to do. It's something that's very specific to you and your journey. And yeah, it's just not a career. I feel like it's just not a career that a lot of people think of exists or even know exists, or something that society is going to be like, oh, you can't do that because, you know, I don't believe that I can do that. So if I don't believe that I can do that, if I have doubts in myself, then you definitely can't do it either. You know how that is? Because when people have doubts, or when people doubt you, it's because they doubt themselves. So never take doubting like personally. I just want to say that. But yeah, so with Emperor being reversed here, I want to hone in on this first and say that this career that you decide to pursue is going to be something that is structurally, and I mean like in a societal structure, is not in alignment with that. It's something that, it's either something that people don't think of as a career, or people don't believe that the everyday normal people can do. So it could be like something of public recognition in the fact that, like, you know, if you want to be a singer-songwriter, if you want to be an actress, a comedian or something, it's one of those like careers that like people feel like you have to like really struggle to get to, and not everyone's going to make it. And so therefore, that because they feel that way, then if you say that's something that you want to do, then they're going to be like, oh, you can't do that because, you know, I can't do it, so therefore how could you? But in reality, it's just because they don't have the motivation or to really sit down and pursue it. Or it's, like I said, a career that a lot of people don't think of doing, or it's just societally, it's not something that's like within societal structure, with the Emperor being reversed here. So with the Page of Wands here, it's breakout energy again, kind of similar to pile one in the fact that you're really going to have to take a step away from the crowd and really work. Pile one had the same energy of like the first card and the last card were both upright, but all the middle cards were reversed. And so again, I feel like there's a lot of inner work that needs to happen to reach this outside niche, this career. And with the High Priestess being the last card here, I definitely feel like, again, your career, the basis of it, or the most beneficial purpose of it, is actually like inspiring others, breaking away from these societal structures, the norms, with the Emperor reversed here, and showing people like, you know, I did this, you can do it too. Or just having your light benefit others is going to be such an important benefit of this career. So, and whatever it is that you do, like I said, the main purpose of it, the main spiritual reason that you were blessed with these skills or with this drive to get there is because it's going to, because your vibration is high and you're going to be the oracle for people. You're going to show people the light and being a light worker and inspiration for a lot of people. But the road is a little bit rocky. I won't cap. I'm not going to cap here. So breaking away from the energy with the Page of Wands here, I think what's going to happen is that you'll finally get that little flame of inspiration, that idea, and it's going to start off small. It's going to be something that starts hitting the back of your head, like an idea that you can't run away from with the Page of Wands. So if you don't have that idea right now, it's going to show up pretty soon, and you'll get the idea or run across the idea. You might see it on TikTok, you might see it on some form of social media where you're like, I didn't think of that as something that I could do, but now that I've seen it or heard of it or whatever, I can't stop thinking about doing it. And it's going to keep bothering you until you start taking the steps towards it. So yeah, I definitely feel like it has something to do with like some idea that shows up that you're not able to run away from. Then with the Page of Swords reversed, it's going to be challenging in the fact that they're going to be met with so much conflict about pursuing this. So many people are going to have their voice their opinion about you doing this, and you really have to be strong. I genuinely feel like with the emotions running high, that could also be the emotions of other people around you running high when they realize what you want to do or what you want to try to pursue, and they're going to try to talk you off of doing that and to follow what you've been doing or follow what their expectations are for you with the Emperor reverse. And so you're going to be met with a lot of conflict in your surroundings from people. Maybe even like social media conflict. Something that you start with might have to do with social media base. Maybe you want to be a social media influencer, or that's something that you use as a tool with this career, and you could be met with conflict on there, people trying to, to hassle you and make you, want to jump off of this idea and make you want to run away with your tail between your legs. But don't let other people get you down, because that's going to be so important on your journey into leveling up. It's being able to rise above the crowd and to tune into your energy, to tune into source energy, and to be able to drown out the noise, because that's really all it is. It's just a bunch of noise. People, again, the reason people doubt other people is really, it's an inner thing. It's the doubt that they have within themselves. So yeah, with the Tower reversed, I think that there's gonna be a lot of moments of resistance on your end, because I mean, this isn't going to be the only current tower moment that you're having. There's going to be multiple tower moments that happen on this journey, and it's important to be as in flow with them as possible, because again, it's going to be an emotional thing where, like, at moments you're going to be tired and not want to continue and feel like you'd rather just, you know, jump off of this journey and then continue. But it's so important, like, the end goal is going to be so worth it with the High Priestess here, because the joy that you're going to have from helping others is going to outweigh all of these struggles. I genuinely believe that your purpose is to help and uplift other people, and as you continue down this path, the more that you do that, the more that you help and uplift people, you know, of course, when you have the capacity to do it, you're going to continually be re-inspired to continue this journey. So, you know, when you have the time and the emotional capacity, if there's someone that you feel like you can help, and of course they consented to it, and you're not just trying to, you know, give them advice that they didn't ask for, but if they consented to it, you know, that's going to be so important, is to uplift others as you continue down this journey, because it's going to re-inspire you to continue. Because, like, you're going to have moments where you're, like, longing for home and you're just going to be over it. Like, you really will. And again, with the Emperor reversed here, like, this is really, I feel like this is societal structures and expectations. But in the process of you doing this and meeting this goal, this High Priestess energy, in the process of you going through that, though, you're healing so much as you continue to walk through. Like, when you get here, these people are going to realize they were wrong, and it's going to make them want to shut their mouth about a lot of things, but also look at themselves and be like, what am I holding on to that's not benefiting me? What can I do to make myself happy? What can I do to pursue what I want to pursue? And you're going to be healing this resistance, or moments of resistance where you don't want to, you know, succumb to things having to be let go of. That's going to be healed. And then also with the Emperor reversed here, showing people, showing society again what's possible, and that, or even that this career is a possible career, that you can be successful in it. And that's going to make people think, wow, that, you know, that's something that I feel inspired to do as well. Maybe I should, you know, pursue it. So honestly, the benefits of, you know, outweigh the negatives, basically. So let's get some clarification here. Y'all, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm just gonna say that. I don't want to do it. I just missed my old gym before I moved. It was closer to my house, and just that convenience made going to the gym so much easier for me. Because, like, when I didn't want to go, I was like, my gym is literally only 7 minutes away. Like, I really don't have an excuse. And now the gym is like 20 minutes away, and I'm like, no. Anyway, back to y'all's reading. All right, clarify the Page of Wands, please. Clarify the Page of Wands. Clarify the Page of Swords reversed. Interesting. Clarify the Tower reversed. Clarify the Emperor reversed, please. And clarify the High Priestess. Ooh. Oh, I love this, because last in pile 1, they got like the I forgot what it was that they got clarifying their first card. But the last card, they got the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, and y'all are getting the World, clarifying the High Priestess. So, this journey really is going to be worth it, you guys. So with the Devil, clarifying the Page of Wands, again, breakout energy, similar to pile 1, where they had to break out from the you know, things that they've been holding on to that aren't, you know, benefiting them. So with the Devil here, we have this hand holding the strings between these two individuals. And the strings actually aren't tied, but they're just lying there in the palm of the person's hand. So you might feel like you're tied up in a situation that you're not actually tied up in. And since this has been recording for so long, I'm just gonna make sure it's still recording. Okay, good. So you might feel like you're tied up in a situation that you're not actually tied up in. And once you realize that you're not tied up in this situation and that it's possible for you to do what you want to do, and I really feel like that comes from an inner belief of like, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to pursue it, and I'm just going to pursue it without any belief that there's things holding me back. That's breakout. That's the breakout energy that's needed for you to move forward. And I think right there you're going to be met with so many blessings, because that's going to change your energy from the Page of Wands into this Queen of Wands. Masculine, feminine, or I mean, it doesn't really matter what your gender is, because it really just matters what the energy of this card is. And this energy is royalty. Confidence. Confidence is the biggest thing on this table. I think you're going to believe that what you want to pursue is the right thing for you to pursue career-wise, and it might have to do with, again, with the public eye, just because this Queen of Wands energy is here. And I mean, it might have to do with being public eye, but regardless, like, that's where you're going to be met with so much resistance with the Page of Swords. People are going to see, oh, this person's changed, and how they've changed doesn't benefit me anymore. And that's where you're going to be met with so much resistance, so much backlash with the Page of Swords reverse energy, is because you've changed into this Queen of Wands, because you realize I'm not reduced to this energy anymore. This Page of Wands energy, I don't have to work for this energy anymore, because I'm not really tied up in this situation. And I can become an individual, and I can be confident about the path that I'm on. And people are going to be like, well, I'm not confident about the things that I wanted to pursue when I was your age, or like whatever it is. And, you know, so therefore you can't be confident about it either. Like, they're not going to like the way that you've changed at all with the Queen of Wands here. And then with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, though, there's so much work that has already been put into the foundation that you are cracking, or that the original tower that you've been building, with Seven of Pentacles reversed. So there's going to be that moment of release that happens initially with this tower reversed here. So I feel like you know, the main issues that have been holding you back on this journey, the main tower has already crumbled. There's going to be multiple tower moments as you continue, because there's going to be multiple transformational periods that need to happen to get you to this High Priestess energy, because we're going from a page to a High Priestess, baby. That takes some time. And so there's multiple lessons and trial and errors that happen on this way, and that's where that Seven of Pentacles reverse comes into play here with the tower reversed. Is you have to deal sometimes with the frustration of feeling like you've worked hard and persevered hard through things and felt like things got ripped away from you. But you have to realize that any time that happens on this journey is that was not something that was actually benefiting you or serving this journey. It only served you for the little amount of time that it did, but now it's time to release it and then continue to build and move forward. So that's just one thing that you need to be aware of. And then I want to make sure that there's not any additional messages for the Seven of Pentacles reverse. So I'm going to check the book real quick. I did that for pile 1 and it was so necessary. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, ooh, I like the way that it words it. You are questioning whether you have invested your time into the right projects and if you will be adequately rewarded. You may feel frustrated or impatient, wanting instant results. Oh, I love that in regards to the Tower reversed. I think that that's going to be such a biggest thing, because I was literally saying that, is that there's going to be a lot of frustration on this journey of you wanting instant results, of you wanting to be home already. Because this really is a journey home. And it's going to be understandable when you feel frustrated. Because again, when things get ripped away from you on this journey, the time that you invested into that, you're going to be like, why did I even have to go through that in the first place if it's only going to be, taken away? But that's like I just said, is it served its purpose for that time. So that's just like a little warning beforehand. And then we have the Nine of Wands reversed, clarifying the Emperor reversed. And I feel like this is saying that so many people are on this journey of just pushing and pushing and pushing with the Nine of Wands here to do what they feel like society's expectations are for them to do. And you're one of those people where you're like, that's not what I'm doing, and I'm going to pursue something that I feel rewarded from. And again, there's going to be resistance there. I actually want to look at the Nine of Wands in the book as well. Yeah, it's just really important, because the book just really clarifies, because the Nine of Wands is basically the same thing as just making sure that you don't give up at the end of your journey. And so the Nine of Wands reverse is like, really don't give up. That's basically what this card is saying. Yeah, they have very similar meanings. It's like Nine of Wands upright is like, don't give up, like you're so close, stand tall. And the Nine of Wands reverse is like, please, please, I'm pleading with you, don't give up. So I just genuinely feel like in the face of all this adversity and society, its expectations of you, and then trying to force that upon you and telling you that what you want to do is not possible, you really just have to continue to not let the exhaustion of this journey and the exhaustion of people continually being defiant and not being, in flow with you. You have to just really have to let it run off your back like, water off a duck's back. And just to balance like this energy, tuning in with yourself is going to be so important, and taking moments of rest. You do not have to keep going every single waking moment. Like, you can take a break for a few days, for a week, for a month even. The important thing is that you don't give up on the journey completely. You can take a break, but don't give up on the journey completely. So yeah, at the end of all of this, you're going to be met with the World energy here, clarifying the High Priestess. So the knowledge that you're acquiring on this journey is going to benefit you so much in the end of this journey. And as you uplift others and, become the Oracle. And it's going to benefit the world. And the world is also going to benefit you. Like, anything that you desire, you'll have. And you'll be met with so many rewards at the end of this that it's like, it's not even funny. Like, you'll always be met with what you want. Like, you're always going to be rewarded for pursuing this. Like, if that makes sense. Like, from people, physical people, to money, to the spiritual team just continuously blessing you when you, even at moments of your life where you're like, lost and confused, like, you'll see a sign or you'll get a blessing and it'll make you feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. So yeah, that's what we got here. So to end this reading, we're going to pull Angel's Answers. And then that'll be it for you guys. So I don't know specifically what your career and niche should be, because I feel like it's something that you're going to be tuned into. Either you're already tuned into it now, or it's coming very quickly where you'll run across it. And like I said, it'll be an idea that you're just not going to be able to run away from, because nothing else is going to feel as right as pursuing this will feel. Sorry, there's like a card turned up and I'm like looking for it. Anyway, found the card. So we'll see if the Angels Answers can give us any more clues on what it is. But regardless, your career is going to benefit so many people. And it could be in spirituality. It could be in the public. It could be just charitable work. Yeah, let's see. All right. What career should pile 2 pursue? Okay. Okay. We have let go, communicate clearly, and then yes. So yeah, again, whatever it is that you are pursuing, it has to do with you letting go of something, either an idea or a notion or a person, a society, that you're in a town, whatever it is. There's got to be that release that happens. And just realizing that whatever it was that you're building on before, like, you know, it wasn't meant to serve you in the long run, just for that time being. And then it's communication. It might have something to do with communication, journalism, or writing of some kind, or just, you know, the news. I feel like it could something with communication, public relations, I don't know. And then the yes here. So at the end of this, I feel like, you know, a lot of you guys are going to have that idea already of what it is, and that yes is here to confirm you. But the yes here is also like, yes, like, it's going to be okay. Like, you're going to get to where you're meant to be, and everything's going to work out for you in the long run. Okay, pile 2, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give me a like and consider subscribing. Also, if you're interested in any t-shirts or merchandise that I'm selling, please check out my Etsy page for that. And also, if you want a personal reading, check that out. And I hope that you have a good day, night, or evening. I will see you later. Goodbye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the sodalite crystal, then this is your reading. And we are figuring out what career or niche or slash niche that you should pursue. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for your reading, because as I was saying at the beginning, I forgot that I even had this crystal, and then I just recently found it. Okay. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Clear away the energy from the previous reading. Okay. What career should pile 3 pursue, please? Oh my goodness. It seems like everyone here has a very similar thing, and where their career that they're meant to pursue is, in the end, supposed to light and help others. So everyone's a little bit similar in that way, and I just feel like that's just because this is a spiritual community in general. So you guys got the Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So for one, your purpose here, pile 3, is to grow. And as you grow and learn more, you're sharing that knowledge with others as you continue to acquire it. And that purpose is to, that in itself is uplifting humanity as you go through this life. And the more knowledge that you acquire, the more that you change and evolve, the more that your vibration rises, and the more that you align with your true self, your true starseed self, and the more that your light shines, the more that, people benefit from that, and they, you're uplifting humanity in itself. And so in that realm, in that phase, whatever it is that you're supposed to do is something that lights you up. Pile 1 had the same card, the light up card, but they had it on this end. And I feel it's kind of similar but different with it showing up on the other end. Because for one, your mission is that you're supposed to continue to acquire knowledge and to grow here first. And then as you continue on that path, you will, figure out more about what lights you up on the inside, and I feel like you're already driven to pursue that and in that way. And I think also you might be similar in me, where you don't just have one set career. I think you pursue multiple things because you're continuously learning and you're continuously wanting to learn about different things. And for that reason, you might pursue several different things. I'm a manifesting generator. Human design is becoming a thing quickly. So go ahead and hop on, search human design and figure out what your human design type is if you haven't already. But I'm a manifesting generator. And manifesting generators, they don't just have one set thing that they pursue. They pursue multiple things, and they're driven to pursue something in the change course and then pursue something else, because usually all comes up and comes wrapped up in one package in the end goal. But yeah, so my main career that I'm pursuing is acting, but I love spirituality. I love reading tarot, so I have my tarot channel. And then I just recently wanted to start a t-shirt business that was inspired by spirituality. And so I have t-shirts that are like spiritual merchandise, but again, like, I like to entertain, so I'm always like finding different ways to channel my creative energy. And that's just like, that's just gonna always happen. I have ideas in my head that in the future, once I'm more financially equipped, I will be pursuing different other things. Like, I have nonprofit ideas that I want to pursue, and other like ideas that I want to pursue. So there's always going to be something new that I'm interested in or trying to do. And it's supposed to be that way. So you might be similar in that way, where you're just always off doing something new that lights you up. Or you could be different and just continuously learning and growing, but still trying to figure out what that one thing is that lights you up and pursuing that. So let's go ahead and get into the Moonology deck. But yeah, pile 1 or pile 3 rather, your main thing is to uplift humanity, and everyone had that sort of idea. Everyone is here to benefit, or everyone that watches this reading is here to have that benefit, to benefit the collective, but still, learn and evolve within themselves. All right. What career should pile 3 pursue, please? We have, you and your loved ones are safe. I love that. So the energy is new moon in Cancer. So I feel like, for one, I feel like whatever you do that you decide to pursue is something that's going to you're going to earn income from. Like, don't be scared of that. Like, there might be moments where you're like, how am I going to earn income from this? Like, you're not seeing the results immediately, but in the long run, you're going to be, I think you'll be more than financially stable with you and your loved ones are safe. Because you're not only going to be able to take care of yourself, but you're going to be able to take care of your family, the family that you decide to have, and then the family that you were born into. And so yeah, you're going to be very financially well off in the end. So don't be afraid of that. And I think, like, because I think the person that you are with the new moon in Cancer showing up here is that you like to be in an environment, in a home environment that you feel that you're able to grow creatively in, because you are a creative person. I genuinely feel like you are a creative person here, because you like to learn, and from that spouts off this whatever lights you up thing that you decide to pursue. So I feel like with the Cancer, new moon in Cancer here, it's important that your environment, makes you want to be creative. So you have to be very comfortable in your home. And so again, you're going to have the money to be as comfortable in your home as you want to be. So your home is going to look like how you want it to be. Like, you're not going to have to worry about that, basically. Like, you're not going to have to worry about living somewhere where, in the end, you're not going to have to worry about living somewhere that you don't want to live long term. Like, you'll end up with the house that you want. You'll end up having it decorated the way that you want. You'll be able to afford to decorate it the way you want. Like, all of that will be fine. So yeah, finances are going to be something that you don't have to worry about with this career that you decide to pursue. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I feel like this reading is going to go so fast. For some reason, I feel like the end reading always goes by fast. And it might just be because I'm just getting more tapped in as I go through each pile. Because when I started off this reading, I was tripping over my tongue and everything. But pile 2 went more smoothly than pile 1 did. And now this one is like, I'm here. I probably should do more meditation. I should meditate before I read. I just sit down. I'm like, all right, let's do it. But I always like make sure like my angels and ancestors and guides are present and that I'm protected, because I ain't gonna do a reading and not be protected, honey. Or, and not invite them in, if that makes sense. Alright, shuffle one more time and then we'll go ahead and put these cards so we can get some more information on what y'all are doing. Alright, pile 3, please. What career should pile 3 pursue? Okay, I'm not taking these. What career should pile 3 pursue, please? Alright, let's go ahead and set these up. Interesting. Career should they pursue? Anytime 2 cards come out, I'm just not taking it. Pile 3, please. Pile 3. Okay. Luna, is there something that you need? Because you just be doing way too much. Anytime I do a reading, you always be trying to do the most. Luna, get away from that. You ain't getting a double meal. Not again. Luna, get away from your feeder. You just ate. She's so bored in this room. Anyway, okay, so y'all have a very completely different type of reading than the past piles did. Because the past piles had the same type of energy where they got a upright card for their first card and their last card. And then all reversals in the middle. And then you got all reversals besides the last card. So, what career should you pursue? So we have the Hermit reversed, the 8 of Wands reversed, the 4 of Cups reversed, and the 7 of Swords reversed, and then the Emperor card coming out last. So the career that you should pursue is very... I think you already have all the knowledge that you need to continue to start this path. Because the Hermit card is Virgo energy, and Virgos are very, they're planners. They like to have a detailed plan of what they do before they start, and the knowledge that they need to start. And I think you're knowledgeable, or you're the type of person where you're going to acquire the knowledge as you go. And with the Hermit being reversed, I think that whatever thing that you do, it's going to be, I've been saying this for all the piles, but I genuinely believe it with you, because the Hermit's reverse here, it's public. Like, you're in the public eye. So you might be just working with the public and that form, but it's like, no, like, you're like working with the public as in fact, like, you're publicly recognized. And then especially with us ending with the Emperor here, you're publicly recognized for, why am I blanking on the Emperor? You're publicly recognized for the, oh my goodness, I'm completely blanking on the Emperor. So because when I blinked earlier, I went to the book. I'm going to just go look at the book for the Emperor. And good Lord. Okay, the Emperor. Protection, advice, and support are forthcoming from a trustworthy man who may be a father figure or partner. He indicates that order rules. He may be authoritarian and perhaps old-fashioned, but he has strength of purpose. So he predicts action. Practical problems such as building, work, and money will be resolved in long term. That's not really what I'm getting for this. But it is Aries energy, and I think that's what I need to hone in on. Security and action. So I think whatever it is that you do in the public eye, it's going to lead you to being very respected, well known, but I don't know, becoming more traditional. And it's weird because I don't think you're a traditional person at all, but it's kind of like Aquarian energy, where it starts off being rebellious or seemingly rebellious and wanting to break down all the walls of structure and stuff, and then it ends up being, in the end, becoming more traditional, more, stable, and less like trying to break down all these walls. So I feel like as you begin your journey, you're going to kind of come out of your shell more, and that exposure is going to lead you in the end to being more withdrawn, but still being a powerful person. Kind of reminds me of Beyonce's journey, as like she kind of became like less and less and less in the public eye, but she's still known as a very powerful person. So I think that's where we're kind of at here, with starting off with the Hermit reversed and ending in the Emperor energy. I think as you start your journey, you're going to have to be a public person, because that's where you're going to get the recognition that you need to begin. And it's going to be a difficult journey in the fact that you're going to be met with resistance at times, and movement, feeling like it's not moving at all with the Eight of Wands. Things will feel delayed multiple times during your journey towards this recognition and wealth and stability, because that's where we're heading towards, is stability and security and action. Like, you will never feel like things are inactive again when you get to this Emperor energy. Like, things will be able to happen for you at a drop of a hat. Like, you'll have the wealth, you'll have the stability, you'll have the security, you'll have the power for things to happen for you at the drop of a hat with this Aries energy here, because Aries is a cardinal sign and it's about movement and makes things happen. So yeah, we're moving from this immutable energy where you feel like you have to succumb to, you know, maybe being more public than you would like to be, to at the end, you're in control. You can do whatever it is with your life that you would like to do. And at the end here, with the Emperor being this energy of kind of being a ruler, being an authoritarian, you're very well known, and because of that, you're so influential, and because you're the type of person to be channeling and uplifting humanity, that's so helpful with this influential energy that you're going to have at the end of your journey here, is that you're going to reach, your reach is going to be wide to where you are channeling and uplifting humanity. People are going to see your journey and be inspired by you, see you doing what lights you up inside, and see that you made it to the point where you can be more of a recluse and that Cancer homebody, and they're going to be like very inspired by you. So let's look at this journey in between. So the Eight of Wands reversed, again, delays. We're talking about delays and things not happening on your timeline. That's just something that you're going to have to be aware of and to get used to, because I think with that cardinal energy being here underlying this whole reading, you're going to want things to happen at a drop of a hat, happen faster, but it's really important to soak up every moment, because there's always something that you can learn from to take forward to help somebody else in the future. The Four of Cups reversed. I think like there's going to be moments of disappointment, because I genuinely feel like things are not going to happen on your timeline of things happening the way that you want them to be happening, or the way that you want them to happen, or the timeline that you have in your head basically of things happening. So in that way, like, you're always going to have to be aware of, again, I think the way that things happen though are meant to happen for your benefit, and you're not actually missing anything. I think that's the biggest thing to take away from this with the Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups upright sometimes feel like you missed an opportunity, or you didn't take advantage of something happening when it was offered to you, or just outright boredom. But in the moments of your frustration of delays, or you feeling bored, again, there's always something for you to hone in on. There's always something that you can grasp from to learn and take with you. But you're not actually missing out on anything, because that wasn't supposed to happen in the first place. So you might feel like you missed out on an opportunity, but the reason that the opportunity passed was because it wasn't supposed to take you here. It would never have taken you there. So that's another thing that you need to be aware of on this journey with the Four of Cups reverse, is that any missed opportunity wasn't actually a missed opportunity, because it would never have gotten you there. You would have gotten distracted or messed up in that situation. You're very protected, because not only are you this Emperor energy at the base of your core that's coming out more and more as you go through this journey, but you have a lot of Emperor energies around you. Your spiritual team is very protective of you, and so they would never let you take an opportunity that you were not supposed to take, unless you were just hard-headed and they're like, well, we'll make sure you still end up here, but maybe you need to learn this lesson. And then with the Seven of Swords reversed here, again, there's protection in the fact that, like, you're not going to be met with any sort of deceit. But any sort of deceit that happens, like, I think you'll find out about it quickly. Like, any persons around you that you know or that you think are deceitful, you'll either already be aware of them being like that and decide to put up with it anyway, but, you know, have that awareness, or like you'll be protected from deceitful people. The biggest thing that you need to be aware of in forms of deceit is yourself, because yourself will have you messed up if you don't, you know, control that shadow side of yourself. So believing that this isn't possible, believing during your journey in those times of frustration that you're never going to get there, and wanting to give up, or just allowing your negative talk to, allowing yourself to believe in negative talk. Intrusive thoughts are going to happen, but you cannot let yourself be weighed down by them or believe them. And just to make sure don't leave out any additional messages, I'm going to read the Seven of Swords reversed, but Yeah, I never really resonate with whatever the Golden Tarot book says, for real. So yeah, the Seven of Swords reversed. I don't know why, like, ever since I started the reading, there's one card that I was like, I need to read the book on. And I read it and I was like, that made sense. So anytime now that I'm like, I think it's made me start to like want to like look at the book more and really, tarot, you should just throw the book away. But there's that one time I needed it, and now I'm like, anytime I have the message doesn't come instantly, I'm like, let me read the book. And now I'm like, well, I liked what I said before anyway, because the book didn't match what this reading is saying. Sorry. Problems of an intuitive reader that has ADHD. Anyway, so yeah, the Seven of Swords reversed. You're going to be your own biggest enemy on this journey. So don't give in to those intrusive thoughts and believing them while you're on this journey of feeling like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right path for me to take? Because if this is what lights you up inside, that's the clue. That's the confirmation. If there's nothing else that you can think of that you would be positively happy and lit up to do, then that's not something that you should be doing. So this is the thing that you're pursuing that lights you up inside. There's going to be multiple times, there's going to be multiple tests where it's like making sure that that lesson that you learned at the beginning or during this journey, that delay that made you miss an opportunity, make sure that you realize it wasn't actually missed an opportunity. And make sure that your own mind doesn't get the best of you and keep you from moving forward on this journey. So I think those main themes are going to come up multiple times on this journey. So you're going to think, I have missed opportunity. You need to know it's not a missed opportunity. Or you're going to think things aren't moving at a fast pace, therefore like maybe I'm not meant to do this. But you are meant to do this, but you're supposed to make sure that you're soaking up every detail of the current moment that you're in, so that you can be grateful when you reach this place of stability. When you were here in an unstable place, you can be like, I can really appreciate and be grateful for where I'm at right now, because I can think back to that second of that time on that day where I was so frustrated or so upset because I didn't have this or didn't have access to this and the things that I have access to now. So I think y'all's journey is so different than other people's, because it's really like, again, a double mission. Like, you're really here to like grow and evolve and yourself firstly, and then that growing and evolving yourself really, really uplifts other people. And I think, like, again, you're like, you have this teacher energy about you, but also like you're your own student as well. Like, if that makes sense. Like, you're also teaching yourself, and that's like what you signed up for. So in these moments of feeling scared, or like being in the Seven of Swords energy where you're really like looking at yourself, like, and making sure that you're not deceiving yourself, you realize that you're safe and that you are protected and that you wouldn't be on this journey if you weren't supposed to be on this journey. Believe that first and foremost, that your guides wouldn't allow you to do something that you really weren't supposed to do. So I'm clearing away the energy from this deck so we can get some clarification, clarify these cards. Then we'll pull your angel's answers, and then that'll be it for you. All right, clarify the Hermit reverse, please. Clarify the Eight of Wands reverse, please. Clarify the Four of Cups reverse, please. And clarify the Seven of Swords reverse, please. We're going to take that. Actually, we're going to take both. One time that I'm actually taking when two cards come out. And then clarify the Emperor. Trying to decide it. It came out reversed, but I don't feel like it's supposed to be, so I'm going to take it upright. And I'm going to pause the reading. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Alright, so the Page of Cups clarifying the Hermit reversed. So this is very intuitive. The idea that you are going to have for your career is going to be very intuitive, kind of similar to pile one, where it's going to be something that you're not going to be able to ignore. I think the inspiration for their career could come from meeting someone specifically with the Page of Cups, or doing some inner reflection where you come up with this idea where you're like, you know what, this suits me well for my niche, for my career, and it's really going to light you up inside. Like, again, it's going to be something that you can't ignore. You're not going to want to ignore it either, because it's going to be something that you're so inspired to pursue that you're going to kind of take caution to the wind with the Hermit reverse and just really just go for it. Not really take the time to like sit with it and plan. Either you've already planned for it, or you're just going to take caution to the wind and go for it. And then with the Six of Swords reverse clarifying the Eight of Wands reverse, that's why there's so many delays on this journey, is because this is a very spiritual journey, and there's going to be times where you're supposed to sit, and it might be because you didn't sit at the beginning, but I think you're like very cardinal energy, so it's like you're wanting to move forward and keep going. But there's going to be times of delays where you're supposed to sit and really reflect and take time to stay in the moment during the journey. Like I said previously, soak it up and make sure that you fully learned each lesson fully, so you don't have to go back and repeat the lesson again. And then like there's travel involved here, so the place that you're at right now isn't going to be where you're going to end up at the end of the reading, or at the end of this journey. Yeah, it's not the same place at all. I genuinely feel like you'll be in a completely different place at the end of it. So like living wise, you'll be living somewhere else, but I mean like a completely different state, country, completely different area of the country. So, and it'll be better for you there anyway to move forward. It'll be a place where you really feel like you can grow. If you're into astrology, there's astrocartography, and you can use astrocartography to figure out where would be the most beneficial place for you to live, based off different things in your chart, like, or different signs in your chart, or different planets rather in your chart, like your Jupiter line. Like it's kind of hard to describe if you don't know what it is, but if you go to astro.com, and I'll like leave it in the description, I'll leave the link to do astrocartography, but you have to know like your birth time and your birth chart and everything. So yeah, that might be beneficial for you to figure out like where would be a good place for me to move when the time is right for me to kind of move forward in my career a bit. And then with the Temperance card reverse clarifying the Four of Cups reverse, that FOMO, that fear of missing out, of missed opportunities and stuff, it's going to take time, because it's going to be a balance thing of you really knowing and discerning like what was actually for you or not. I think you're going to have those times of like, oh, I think I missed out on something, when you're not very clear, when you don't have that clarity of intuitive clarity of that, yeah, that wasn't for me. Because once you reach to the point where you're like, oh, I know that's not for me, and you don't have to go through the whole lesson of feeling like you missed out on something that wasn't really for you in the first place. Like once you know ahead of time, then you'll have to stop. You won't be going through that whole lesson anymore of feel like you missed out on things that weren't actually for you in the first place. So discernment and growing your intuition is going to be, again, a big thing on this journey. And the Temperance card reverse is saying that, you know, you also need to make sure that before you're moving forward and trying to do things that aren't feeling, you need to like make sure that each moment, actually each opportunity that you come across is something that fills your cup. Don't be doing things just because you feel like it's going to move you forward in your career. Make sure it's something that fills you up on the inside. And then we have the Fool upright and the Nine of Swords reverse clarifying the Knight, or the Seven of Swords reversed. And yeah, I think that, again, the biggest thing on this journey is just like, while you're moving forward and taking leaps and wanting to just excel and go forward at this pace, you know, so quickly, the resistance that you're met with is a lot of the times going to be your own mind tricking you. It's going to be your own inner communication just being a little bit unbalanced. And it's also going to be like you wanting to move forward so quickly without sitting down and reflecting and sitting down and thinking first about what you're doing. So make sure that you're taking the moments to reflect and, you know, do the shadow work that's involved, you know, aka like sitting with your ego, sitting with your shadow self, and thinking of, you know, about the things that trigger you and thinking about what you can do to heal that. And that's really going to also help a lot with you being able to dismantle those intrusive thoughts when they come forward and not, like, you know, succumb to them. And at the end of the journey, we have the Eight of Pentacles that originally came out reversed, but I wanted to move upright, clarifying the Emperor. And I generally feel like all this hard work that you're going through is going to benefit you, but it's also going to make the work easier. With it originally coming out reversed, I feel like it's not going to be as hard as it, you know, has been. I think the work is going to become easy for you. And that's like the most important thing at the end of this, is that you're still going to be uplifting and growing, but it's not going to be as tedious and as hard as it's been now. And I think you have to go through this to really enjoy that when it comes, to really enjoy the recognition and security and establish the place that you're going to be established when it comes. Because if you just got through it easy and you didn't have to go through these hard times, you wouldn't really, you know, appreciate it when you get there, if that makes sense. So that's why it's so important that you have these times of trials and tribulations and errors and stuff to go through to get to this Emperor energy. So let's get your answers and then we'll be done with the reading. Alright. What career should pile 3 pursue? Okay. So we have yes, take action, and then there's something better. So I think the yes is like, yes, the idea that you have, this Page of Cups moment, that is the right thing that you should do. And you'll know it when you feel it. And then a lot of you already know what you want to do. And this is confirmation of that. And you should take action towards it. You should start making moves to, you know, move forward in this career that you want to pursue. And then there's something better. I think that's really just coming back to this whole moments of delay, moments of quote unquote missed opportunity that we just talked about this whole reading. And anytime, again, those moments happen, that's because it wasn't supposed to work out in that way in the first place. So just kind of release the idea of how it's supposed to happen. Yes, this is the thing that you're supposed to do, but release the idea of how it's supposed to happen, because the way that it's going to happen is going to be way better for you in the long run. And you'll really, truly recognize that when you get to this Emperor energy. You're going to be like, looking back on the journey, you're going to be like, thank God. You're going to be like, thank God that this happened the way it was supposed to happen, because if I did it the way I wanted to do it, I don't think I would have enjoyed it. I don't think I would enjoy being here right now. So that's where there's something better comes into play. I don't think it's negative at all. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoy this reading and that it resonated with you. If it did, and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and give us a like on this video. And if you're interested in the t-shirts that I'm selling on my Etsy page, please check out the description box. I actually just went ahead when I was on the break and created a promotional sale for them. So everything on my Etsy is 25% off with the code t-shirt25. So that code will be in the description box as well. The sale ends September 5th, 2021. I might extend it, but that's where we're at right now. And again, I hope that you guys have a good day, night, or evening. Take breaks on this journey when you need to. The important thing is that you don't give up. All right. I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye.